Major Mayann Scott is the University of Delaware's Reserve Officers Training Corps ROTC Personnel Officer and a 23-year veteran of the U.S. Army.
I'm here on behalf of Veterans Day to acknowledge those who have fallen, those who are currently serving, those who've made the ultimate sacrifice, our young ladies and men that are currently serving overseas, and their family members.
My name is Ezra Temko. I'm excited to be part of Americans for Democratic Action's Delaware Tax Fairness campaign. We're part of a national coalition, Americans for Tax Fairness, and this press conference is one of many events happening across the nation today to ask the question, who pays, the richest 2% or the rest of us? Our first speaker is going to be Jean Williams, who's the former executive director here at the Newark Senior Center.
Many services will be cut or not able to increase to meet the need that is going to grow. If we want to support our seniors, we need the revenue to do that. There are ways to raise the revenue, and one of them is to make certain that everyone is paying their fair share. Letting the Bush-era tax cuts expire on those making over $250,000 would help that.
Our next speaker is Frederika, president of the Delaware State Education Association.
It's my job, it's all of our job, to stand up for those who have no voice. Someone needs to stand up for kids across this country who have already been impacted by deep budget cuts. What does it say about a nation that chooses to protect tax cuts for the wealthiest by cutting funding for special education?
Our next speaker is Jerry Clifton. Jerry has not only served our community as a city councilman, he has served our country as a traditional soldier and a civilian employee of the Delaware Army National Guard.
We all need to come to this party known as America and pay our fair share of taxes. We need to be part of the solution for funding for veterans issues, funding for senior citizens, and funding for the most vulnerable segments of our community.
To liven things up, I have here American for Democratic Action's Tax Equity Specialist, Will Rice.
A fairer rate of taxes on our households at the top would ease our fiscal crisis and make our debt load drop. In restoring Clinton tax rates on the richest 2%, we're spreading civic burdens and respecting precedent.
Over the past 3 weeks, Delawareans have begun to write letters and sign petitions that will be delivered to Senator Coons and Senator Carper's offices. They thank the senators for voting last summer for our economy and working families to allow the Bush tax cuts to expire for the top 2%. They ask the senators, as they consider how to raise revenues we need to fulfill our obligations as a society, to think about who pays, the top 2% or the rest of us. They express Delawarean support for our senators to head into the lame duck session tomorrow as courageous advocates and leaders on fair taxes and our nation's budget. Senator Carper and Senator Coons, we support you in demanding that higher taxes on the wealthy be a central component of any fiscal agreement.